Hey everyone, welcome back. You ready to jump into another deep dive?
Always excited to explore some new linguistic territory.
Awesome. So today we're taking a look at this episode 60, Unraveling English Vocabulary, Slang, and Idioms .pdf.
Lots of interesting stuff in there. Should be fun.
Yeah, it's packed with cool words, slang, and idioms. Our mission today is to break them down and figure out how we can all use them like pros.
It's amazing how much you can learn about culture and history just by looking at language, even like the simplest phrases.
Okay, so first up we've got lugubrious. And I don't know about you, but that word just sounds heavy.
Yeah, it does. Kind of like it's in the meaning, right? Someone who's lugubrious is like super sad and gloomy, like they're carrying the weight of the world or something.
The PDF actually said to picture the color blue to help remember this one.
Oh, that's clever because lugubrious kind of rhymes with blue.
Right, and blue is often associated with feeling down in the dumps.
Makes sense. Think of those old blues songs. That's totally the vibe we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. It's like way more than just a little sad. It's like full on heartbroken and world weary. Like you've just had enough.
Exactly. And technically speaking, lugubrious goes back to the Latin word lugubrious, which means mournful.
Wow. Language is so cool. You know what else is cool?
Hmm.
This British slang that I absolutely love. Bob's your uncle.
Oh, that's a classic.
So British.
I know, right? It basically means that something's like super easy or done.
Yeah, like voila or something. Simple as that.
I read that it's actually connected to some British history, something
Mhm.
about Prime Minister Robert Cecil.
You got it. Robert Cecil, who everyone called Bob, was known for giving his nephew all these cushy government jobs.
No way.
Yeah, so people started saying Bob's your uncle, kind of sarcastically, to imply that, like, oh, success is just handed to you if you've got the right connections.
So it was a comment about nepotism, basically.
Pretty much. But now it's just a fun way to say something's easy peasy.
I love it. You know, it makes you think how many other phrases we use have these kind of secret historical meanings. That's what makes language so interesting. Always changing, always evolving.
Okay, ready for something a bit more straightforward?
Sure, hit me.
How about the ball is in your court?
Oh, this one's all about responsibility. It's like saying, okay, it's your turn to do something or make a decision.
I love the imagery. It's like you can actually picture that tennis ball flying over the net right into the other person's court.
For sure. It's much more vivid than just saying, it's up to you now.
Right. Like imagine you've sent out a job application, you followed up, you did everything you could.
Uh-huh.
Now you can just be like, well, the ball's in their court now.
Takes the pressure off a bit, right?
Totally. It's like acknowledging that you've done your part and now it's someone else's move.
Makes sense.
Okay, last one before we wrap up this first batch.
Okay, let's hear it.
How about to fill in?
Ooh. Okay, so to fill in can mean a couple of things. It can mean like giving someone missing information, like catching them up on a meeting they missed or something.
Okay, I get that.
Or it can mean taking over someone's role or task for a bit, like covering for a coworker on vacation.
So basically filling in the gaps, whether it's information or actions.
Exactly, like filling in a blank on a page.
I like that. It's visual.
And it highlights how it can be used in different ways, but always with this sense of like completion or substitution.
That makes total sense. All right, well, that was our first round. We covered sadness, British humor responsibility, and even a little bit of grammar.
I'm already feeling smarter.
You too?
Ready for round two.
Bring it on.
All right, you ready for some more?
Yeah, hit me.
Okay, this next one is interesting. It's kind of, well, it's a bit melancholic, I guess you could say.
Okay, I like where this is going.
Have you ever heard the word wistful?
Wistful? I think so. It's like when you're longing for something, right?
Yeah, you're on the right track.
But there's also like a touch of sadness to it.
Exactly. That's a great way to describe it. Wistful implies a kind of yearning for something that you've lost or that you can't have.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. It's like when you look at old photos and you get that kind of happy but sad feeling, like you wish you could go back to that moment.
You nailed it. It's happy memories, but with a little bit of sadness mixed in.
Yeah, yeah. Or like when you hear a song that reminds you of a specific time in your life.
Perfect example. The source actually mentioned that it's helpful to associate wistful with wish.
Oh, I see that. Like you're wishing things were different. Or you're wishing you could go back in time.
And the thing is, you know it's not possible. And that's what adds to that wistful feeling.
That's deep.
You know, if you really break down the word wist, is actually an old word for no.
Really? I had no idea.
So wistful literally means kind of like knowing that something's out of reach, which makes the emotion even more powerful.
Wow. Okay, my mind is officially blown.
Ready for a change of pace?
Bring it on.
Okay, this one's a little bit different. Let's just say it has a unique way of talking about a touchy subject.
Okay, you've got me intrigued.
Have you ever heard the phrase, to kick the bucket?
To kick the bucket. Haha. Yeah. It's a euphemism for dying, right?
Mingo.
It's like kind of a, I don't know. It always sounds a little informal, almost funny, even though it's talking about something serious.
You're right. It's not exactly a phrase you'd use in a formal setting, but it's definitely common. And like a lot of idioms, it has a pretty fascinating backstory.
Oh, I bet.
Hmm.
Lay it on me.
So they think it actually came about hundreds of years ago. And get this, it might be connected to the way pigs would twitch their legs after being slaughtered.
Ooh, that's a bit dark. But I guess it makes sense. Language often reflects the realities of life, doesn't it?
Exactly. Even the unpleasant ones.
And those phrases tend to change over time. Like they lose their original shock value and become more everyday language.
I think that's what happened with kick the bucket.
Uh,
It probably started as this pretty grim image, but now it's just a lighthearted way, even if it's a little irreverent, to talk about death.
I see what you mean. It's like you can acknowledge something sad or difficult without getting too heavy or emotional.
Exactly. It's amazing how language evolves like that, like starting with a really specific picture and becoming this broader, almost abstract concept.
So we went from the bittersweet yearning of wistful to the colorful euphemism of kick the bucket. English is full of surprises.
And we've only scratched the surface, ready to keep digging.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
What else have you got? All right, my brain is officially full.
Uh-huh. Well, we've got one more batch of words and phrases to go through.
Okay, bring it on.
Yep. This next one is all about efficiency, cutting to the chase.
Ooh, I like that one. It's like saying, just get to the point, no messing around.
Exactly. You want the important stuff, no fluff. The PDF even said it might come from the film industry.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like how editors would literally cut to the most exciting parts. You like the chase scene,
Oh, that makes sense. Get straight to the action.
skip the boring bits.
Oh, it's perfect for meetings that are going off topic. You can just be like, can we cut to the chase here?
Right. Everyone's busy. Got to respect people's time.
Okay, I'm going to try to use that one this week.
I think you'll like it. Okay, last one for today. It's all about understanding
Okay, hit me.
to get the picture.
Oh, yeah, I use that one all the time.
Me too. It's like when you understand the main idea of something, even if you don't know every detail.
Yeah, like you're starting to see the bigger picture.
Exactly. Like if someone's trying to explain something complicated and you're like, okay, I think I'm getting the picture.
It's a good way to show you're following along.
Right. Like I'm with you so far.
And sometimes you don't need all the little details, just the overall idea is enough.
Sometimes it's all you need to move forward or like to join the conversation.
Makes you feel a little bit smarter too, right?
Uh-huh, maybe. All right, well, that was it for today. We covered everything from lugubrious to kick the bucket to cut to the chase.
It's been a wild ride.
It's amazing how expressive language can be.
I know, right? Hopefully everyone listening feels ready to go out there and use all these awesome words and phrases.
Yeah, have some fun with it. Language is all about playing and experimenting.
And keep learning.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's always something new to discover.
Yeah. Well, that's all the time we have for today, folks. Until next time.